What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and if it's your first time to the channel, I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay. But today, we're at the warehouse. Last time I left you, I had like $100,000 to $200,000 worth of merchandise over there. But today, we have these two pallets. They didn't come from Florida. They're from the great state of Indiana. And inside of there is a 40-year concert shirt collection. So this guy went to concerts for 40 years. He had all types of cassettes, CDs, posters, merchandise, ticket stubs, but most importantly, concert shirts. Not microwaves, concert shirts. And he passed away, has no kids, no family, but he has these concert shirts. So these are from Indiana. We're gonna go through it. A lot of it is old, some of it is modern. I don't know what's in there. Someone contacted me that I know. They said, hey, we got this. I'll send it down. You look at it. You tell me the price that you want to pay. I'm cool with it. So that's what we're doing. I'm looking at it. They just sent me 5 pictures. I said, based on what you see, I got a couple of vintage Marilyn Manson shirts. That's good news. Send it down. I'll look through it. I'll give you a fair price. So let's see what we got. Hopefully, some good stuff. So this pallet is not pretty, but it made it. And that's all that matters. I'm not pretty, but I made it. So this here, a bunch of hats. So let's see if we got some good ones. All right, so we went through the 2 pallets. There ended up being over 1,000 shirts. These ones here are more of like the top tier ones, but there's some really fantastic stuff back here too. But of course we can't show everything. Like this shirt here is like 50 bucks, and you know, there's year 2000 Grateful Dead stuff. There was a lot of this type of stuff, which goes for really good money. But it's like very obscure, like these like Nordic, like death metal bands, the ones like that you can't read. And all of these sweaters are like at least $100 each for this kind of stuff. And he has a lot of sweaters, and like these here, and they're all like band tees, like from a concert, not like from the store. So they all have like the back hits, which are going to increase the value. But he had a lot of these like obscure heavy metal, death metal bands, which sell really fantastic. So with those ones, they're either like worth a lot of money or worth no money. And a lot of the ones that he did have are, you know, pretty nice ones. And this whole stack is pretty much like the, you know, heavy metal graffiti type that you need to read with Google Lens to figure out. They could be worth a fortune. So if you do see them, take a second, bust out the Google Lens and make sure that you're not passing up on a shirt that could be worth $300, $400, $500 bucks and just leaving it there for somebody else. Again, here, a lot of good stuff. A lot of these sweaters are worth good money. But we're just gonna rapid fire through these. I'm gonna go quickly because there's a lot. Great thing about band tees is that they tell you exactly what they are for the most part. Down here, 2003, Marilyn Manson under license to Giants. And that's what you wanna look for because they do have a lot of fakes. Counterfeit band tees, so you always want to look for the licensing. This one here is a Marilyn Manson shirt, grotesque burlesque, nice one there. And he had a lot of Marilyn Manson, and those ones can sell for really good money. Here is a classic here, Rolling Stones, 40 licks. And again, if you look down here, you have the licensing. So this one is from 2002. And this concert shirt collection spans from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. A lot of stuff from like the late 90s to about 2010, which is pretty desirable nowadays. So you got Moody Blues, 1996. Another Marilyn Manson, 2008. A Metallica, and you always want to look for these for 2004. They always have this art by the artist Pushead, and he used to make a lot of like skateboard art and things like that. We got the front and the back. Alien Love Secrets, and again, the back hit as well. This one here is a nice one. Metallica, Linkin Park, 2003. Limp Bizkit, Deftones, all of them very desirable right now. Another nice Metallica, 1998, front and back. And again, I always take a dedicated close-up of the licensing, just in case they try to get you out there. Again, giant tag, good tag to look out for. This is a good band that sells for pretty good money, especially the really old ones. This is Agent Orange. Keith Emerson band, so that is Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Magnification from the band Yes. That's Yes right there. He had a good amount of that stuff. This is a nice hoodie here from the band Ghost. Some of those shirts can sell for really good money. This hoodie is gonna sell very nicely. This is a long sleeve shirt, Metallica, San Francisco. It's got the flames on the sleeves, got the back hit, that one sells nicely. Again, long sleeve band tees do command a premium and are worth more money. Got the Marilyn Manson logo on the back, Marilyn Manson on the front. These ones here, you could skip ahead. They get a little bit crazy. Nothing too crazy, but a little bit crazy. Cannibal Corpse. Great selling value on these. They sell really nicely. Sometimes the graphics can be a little crazy, but they sell very nicely. Again, you got the back hit. So we got from Cannibal Corpse to Stevie Nicks. The collection was very eclectic. There was even one Ariana Grande shirt in there. I don't know why. We got Rush 2002, Vapor Trails, another Stevie Nicks, 1998, Allman Brothers, year 2000. Nice big graphic on the back. Another one of this one, year 2000, 1999. All right, this one here is a little bit crazy. Maybe too crazy to show on YouTube. I'll just show the back. The front is too crazy. I might get banned if I show the front. Worm Infested. This one sells for really good money, again, by Cannibal Corpse. We got a 2003 Iron Maiden, Dance of Death. This one is a classic here, Judas Priest. And again, we have the back hit. Not all of them come with the back hit, so the back hits is gonna raise the value on a lot of these, because these are the ones actually purchased at the concert. We got Judas Priest, 1998. Judas Priest Demolition, 2001, 2002, which is now vintage. Anything that's over 20 years is vintage. We got an Allman Brothers tie-dye, 1998. Another Allman Brothers, 2002. This is a rare graphic here with the fire truck on the front and the mushrooms dancing around. We got Deep Purple, 1998 on that one. Alice Cooper, Dragontown, 2001. We got ZZ Top, front and the back. This one here is from 1999. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, 1996. Another Emerson, Lake and Palmer, again, 1996. Yes, with the dragonfly on the top, Masterworks Tour. Slayer, 2001. Again, long sleeve. The long sleeve does command a premium. Another Cannibal Corpse. They could get a little aggressive, but they can sell for a tremendous amount of money. Jethro Tull, 1999. Another Emerson, Lake and Palmer, 1998. Another Emerson, Lake and Palmer, 1996. Marilyn Manson, Godsmack, Slayer again. And once you get these shirts a time or two, like you only need to see a piece and you know what they are before you pick them up. 2003 Slayer on the hoodie, and the hoodies are gonna command a premium because like not a lot of people have them. Sinister with the hits on the sleeve. A Rob Zombie Halloween shirt from the movie. This band here, Chimera, I believe it is, the hoodie. It's gonna sell for good money. This Keith Richards shirt I've sold before. Another Metallica shirt here, 2003. Another Slayer hoodie. Kiss, Old Faithful. You can get 50 bucks every day of the week for these ones at least. 2004. Motorhead, 2002. Again, vintage, 20 years or older. Another Kiss shirt, 1998. Alice Cooper, 2002, vintage. Judas Priest, 2002. Another Stevie Nicks, 2001. This one here has a big cuss word on the back. I'm gonna cover it, but I say that to say, if you see a concert shirt with a big cuss word on the back, it's probably gonna be good money. Cannibal Corpse on the hoodie, it's gonna sell nicely. Joe Santorini, the long sleeve. Another Cannibal Corpse. Rush Vapor Trails, 2002. A big print Cannibal Corpse on the front. Another Cannibal Corpse. Look, if this whole palette was Cannibal Corpse, I'll be fine with that. An all over print Cannibal Corpse shirt. Another one. So we've hit the, and the palette was funny. Like it was almost an alphabetical order. Like when you hit one Cannibal Corpse shirt, like there was like 10 more right behind it. Cannibal Corpse again. Judas Priest, Demolition, 2002, and again, these back prints are going to get you more money. Very nice Marilyn Manson here, 2004, Against All Gods. Fish, 1998. Another Joe Santorini. Here is Johnny Winter, long sleeve with the dragon on it. That one will command a premium because of the long sleeve. A Yes 2005 shirt, an older Yes shirt, 1998, 30th anniversary. Big print Iron Maiden, Matter of Life and Death. Another Judas Priest, 1998. Kiss, 2003. Alice Cooper, 2006. Back print, of course. Allman Brothers with the elephants on it, 2003. Rush in Rio with a dragon on the front, live in Rio. Rush Test for Echo, 1996. Slayer, 2004. Another Emerson, Lake and Palmer, 1996. More Cannibal Corpse, Torture. Slayer, long sleeve. Got the back hit. Another Slayer, 1998, 1999. Marilyn Manson on the back. More Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life. A nice Megadeth with a nice big print on the front. This Kiss shirt is out there. I've probably had this shirt 10 or 15 times. Sells pretty nicely. Marilyn Manson again. Does have a cuss word on the back. Again, an indicator of value. So if you see a concert shirt with a cuss word, take a second chance. This is the Osbourne Family, the TV show, of course, Ozzy Osbourne. Porn. This one is a classic right here, 2004 tour. More Cannibal Corpse, 2005, so officially vintage. Another Marilyn Manson. Cheap Trick, now they still make this shirt today. If you could get the older one, it's worth a lot of money. The newer one, not so much. This one is from the late 90s. Page and Plant, 1998. Rolling Stone, Bridges to Babylon, 1997. Lou Reed, Ecstasy. He was in a big band in the 90s, so he still has a nice following. Lou Reed again. A Marilyn Manson again, Mechanical Animals. That one is a classic. It's got the back hip. Rob Zombie. That one's a classic too. Hellbilly. Slipknot. These Slipknot shirts sell pretty nicely. Got the back. Lou Reed again. Ecstasy with the back. Another Marilyn Manson, 2003, which is now vintage. The only chopped one in here, we'll take that because a lot of time the band tees are chopped. We only have one that they took the sleeves off. Godsmack. A Marilyn Manson hoodie. Again. Nice age on that one. 6 feet under, front print, back print, and this one here is single stitch. A lot of them have been single stitch, but I neglected to show you that. Single stitch on the top, single stitch on the bottom, versus this one here is double stitch. So that could be an indicator of age. The stitching has to do just with the weight of the cotton and the time. Judas Priest, 2004. Alice Cooper again. Nice print on that. And then another Alice Cooper, 2007 on that one. So again, there's a lot of really good shirts here. Like even these like early 2000 ones. Soulfly, there's a bunch of Soulfly shirts here. These shirts sell for good money. And they're from, 2009, 2004, so on and so forth. So like we got those, we got a bunch of nice ones here. Like this whole stack we can go through again. Like there's more Cannibal Corpse. There's a bunch of Slayer in here that, is gonna go for good money. This one here is like your gothic ones, which again can go for crazy money. And then we got those over there. So we have a lot of shirts, can't show you them all, but we did get some hats as well. And these like concert hats can also go very nicely. So we got Rolling Stones, we got Alice Cooper, 6 Feet Under, Johnny Winter, Marilyn Manson, Slayer, Keith Emerson, another Slayer, more Slayer, Garth Brooks, Slayer, more Slayer, more, Rod Stewart, Rush, Alice Cooper, Slayer again, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Slayer, a nice Kiss hat, Jeff Beck, The Who, Rolling Stones, Yes. So these ones all sell very nicely. Ted Nugent. So don't pass up on the concert hats as well. Here's a John Lennon. And then we have more hats over here. And these ones here are like those goth bands that I was referring to. Here's Fish. Here's a Grateful Dead one. Here's Fish again. More Grateful Dead. This one here is also a Grateful Dead. This is Sepultura. I don't know. There's a lot of this band in here. There's a lot of Buckethead, who was the guitarist for Guns N' Roses, Sinister. Like these hats here, like even though you can't read them, Like there's a lot of shirts in here like this. You have to use Google Lens and you figure out what it says, and they sell for good money. Frank Zappa, Vader, like these hats can sell for really, really good money, along with the shirts, and a lot of that band in there, more Paradise, Immortal. So like if you see these shirts that you can't read, and they're concert shirts like this, like you can't read it, take out Google Lens, figure out what it says, because odds are it's worth good money. This whole stack could be like a video deserving of itself because it's all those crazy goth bands, but like they sell for really good money. So like this one here is Obituary. This is like probably a $50 shirt, and it just goes on and on and on. Of just really, really fantastic stuff. So like this stuff is out here, this stuff is everywhere. Was not found in Florida, this was from Indiana. And we got some really nice ones from the late 90s, early 2000s. We got some nice hats. All of these are still very lovely as well. You know, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks in this stack. And then we have the Gothic ones in there. So overall, I think conservatively speaking, it's worth maybe around $40,000 for everything. And it's out there, it's everywhere. This was kind of like a barn find of a guy who passed away, had no family, no kids, and the shirts had to go somewhere. Someone went out digging and they found it, and that's the way the world goes around. So I hope this video was helpful for you. As always, thank you, be great. Thank you.